Yeah, we'll try this one for now. Hello, Thrashcan. How are you doing, everybody? Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping right up at the top. If you want to take videos, take photos, please tag at Discordia Review on Instagram. Tag Thrashcan, which is the venue here. And yeah, that's about as professional as this is likely to get. Kicking us off here, we want to start on a serious note. We have managed to contract one of the most eminent experts who lives in Atlantic, Canada, which is to say if they lived in Montreal, they would be the 1037th smartest person in town.
Fuck you!
Yeah, there you go. That's what you want.
Please!
Sorry, the other guy is supposed to be the heel. I forgot. Please give a warm round of applause for Dr. Joseph Bagel, everybody.
Ahoy! Ahoy! I'm Dr. Joseph Bagel, Assistant Reader in English at Northumberland Ferry Technical College, one of Atlantic Canada's foremost institutes of higher learning and below-deck parking. To those unfamiliar with our campus's location, it vacillates between the coast of Nova Scotia and that shrinking sandbar known as Prince Edward Island. A province which, while pathetically diminutive in size, nonetheless manages to punch far above its weight class in the sheer amount of undeclared tuna and lobster its fishermen are able to smuggle on shore, at least when they're not too busy collecting pokey checks the other 10 months of the year. Now, lest you be led to believe that I've run out of bilge water to befoul the eyes of my interprovincial neighbors and intellectual adversaries, I needs must remind you that the cargo holds here at the Northumberland Ferry Technical College contain multitudes, far more than those of Acadia, Dalhousie, St. Mary's, St. FX, Memorial, UPEI, the University of New Brunswick, and all the other benighted backwater ivory barge towers which come September capably lure thousands of virginal minds across our nation's eastern seaboard to pay for the privilege of their own complete and utter despoilment. It is therefore only been through hell and high tides did I have escaped the satanic clutches of these cognitive pygmies, their fatuous faculty, their indoctrinous curriculums, the never-ending torrent of single-ply treatises which bog the infernal pipes of the tenure-bound university presses, journals, and various other commodes in order that I might comfortably run aground here on the friendlier banks of the Fatale Lofts, a refuge for renegade scholars and runaway seamen. Here, in this most fertile crotch of the Canadian cognoscenti, home of Montreal's most eminent Leninists, brassiest Zapatistas, semi-partisan Bonapartists, where free-thinking libertines are free to moor, where free-range and urban chickens come home to roost, where overweened McGillions are spooked out of their neoliberal slumber. Ah, yes, here at Thrashcan, where indecorous speech rules the beach, sober second thoughts are put on leash, and etymological dogmas shown the doggy door, at least until the Sunday scaries float ashore. I will not digress further. I have come to address certain difficult, uncomfortable, yet ineluctable truths of a certain disease. A disease that lives in your mouth. That is to say, the disease of contemporary Canadian English. In the next few minutes, I will attempt to dispel a few grievous misspellings, right the course of orthographical orthodoxy, and guide our mother tongues through the brackish waters of common parlance and into the harbors of lexical enlightenment, in defiance of the whatever colonial dictums of those British and American word fetishes who have bamboozled you to receive and stuff as your national dictionary. Woo! Friends, punks, countrymen, it is not only time to rewrite history, it is time to respell history and free ourselves from its chains in order to forge our own national dialect. Beginning with Aeneas. Woo! A word that puts the thong in diphthong. I hardly need to overstate the superfluity of vowels on display in his aimlessly overlong Trojan monstrosity. Transliterating Virgil into Canadian English does not need to be this complicated. A simple Aeneas without the entrailing ash would do. Banal. Contrary to its meaning, this word's pronunciation is deceptively unobvious. I bet you can still remember the first time you used the word banal. Was the experience smooth? Was the experience pleasant? Were you able to slip it in nonchalantly? Call me a skeptic, but I very much doubt it. There's no need to make us the butt of jokes banal. A second N is in order. Oh my God. Oh no. Scatophilia. Necrophilia. Pedophilia. What, I ask, are those bibulous bibliophiles getting up to? As a lifelong devotee of water sports, like many of the veteran wet men and wet women on staff at Northumberland Ferry Technical College, I have a duty to inform you that this word ought to be spelled as it sounds, cocks in. Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes! Okay. I hate an unprotected flood as much as anybody, but can't we find a more inclusive word for embankment? I don't care how hydrophobic you are. There's no need for us to dig into this any further. Let's just call a dam a dam. Hear me out. Hear me out. The truth, like it so often is as bitter as it is obvious. A can be reduced to a single simple constituent clip. Yeah! What?
What is this shit? I don't want any of these big words. They're so large.
It sounds like facade!
I don't care. This is
I
my stage. Who fucking brought this guy?
took the bus all the way from Moncton! They need to hear about the horrors of vowel inflation!
Get the fuck up.
That's fucking right!
Do you want to stop pronouncing victuals as victuals? Have doubts about the etymology of redoubt? Do you also share Joe Bagel's opinion that A is at least one letter too long? If so, feel free to support his quixotic quest by signing the petition for the reconstitution of Canadian English at change.org/howdoispellcanada.